God! Okay, I didn't... Welcome to the Cult Gamers. My name is Chaerod, and I got a haircut. Finally. I was a little nervous at first because, as you can see, she basically shaved the side of my head. I thought I was going to get yelled at work about it, but my boss noticed and just said, "Hey, is that always how you cut your hair?" I'm like, "No. Do you like it?" And didn't get yelled at, so I think that's a tacit thumbs up to keep it. As you'll notice, my webcam picture is also significantly clearer. I didn't realize that having the system default in OBS was actually a mistake. And I just realized the angle's slightly off. I had my place cleaned yesterday, and stuff always gets a little thrown off. Play around with things a little bit. I'm actually there. Okay. And yeah, so I had a hell of a weekend. On Sunday, I was recording the Medium, and I had not realized that my external USB port was sitting on top of the top fan on my computer. And so I was also running the Medium in DX12. I was kind of taking a risk there, and I knew it because I know that DX12 causes a lot of problems, especially for machines that aren't brand spanking new. And it bit me. I had a crash to desktop mid-recording. It corrupted the recording, so this is me re-recording what I went through there. And I actually was stuck in a blue screen of death loop for most of the day. It would go to blue screen of death, it would go to attempt repair, and then it would shut off. I couldn't remember the administrator password to do something like a system restore or anything along those lines. So had a couple of drinks, had some Indian food, passed out for a few hours, and then I was finally able to remember what the hell the password was. So luckily, we're okay on that. Only thing I lost was that recording. I had to reinstall Discord, and it was really no big deal. So, enough about me. Let's continue into the Medium. As always, this has photosensitivity triggers, so if you have epileptic seizures due to flashing lights and colors, please do not watch. And this does deal with very sensitive topics that not most people, some people may consider to be triggering. I've already cried, saying goodbye to Jack. Not my editor, Jack. He's still doing fine as far as I know. Jack, you with me? You there, buddy? Yeah, he's fine. Yeah, so just very, very heavy game. So keep that in mind as you're watching. Had my headphones off to show off the haircut, and let's do it. Oops, shit, I need to hit load game. Because it's auto-saved past the point where I was recording. So we met Sadness, a little girl that, as far as we can tell, died in this Niwa Resort. And she has seen, or she believes she's seen, the man that we're looking for. I believe his name is Thomas. She went running up the stairs, obviously not understanding that while the stairs exist in her world, they don't exist on the physical plane. And so Marianne was unable to follow.
Might as well see if it works.
This is actually the third time I'm doing the elevator thing.
Sadness. I wished I knew her real name.
I still...
Okay, Marianne.
I love the subtitle on the... okay.
Let go. Gotta move fast.
Yeah, no, I still would not get into an elevator in this janky-ass hotel.
It's like taking a plunge.
Especially not seeing how it looks
Stay under
on the other
long.
side.
It just pulls you in.
Come on, okay. I haven't played in a couple of days. I haven't played this since it crashed on Sunday, and it's now Wednesday. Just because, like, I was not ready to have to deal with that again. So it takes me a little bit to get back used to the controls.
Okay, Marianne.
And then... This is using a little bit of extra knowledge, but I know that I'm going to have to use a barrier in a little bit. So I'm actually going to go ahead and recharge from that soul font, or whatever you'd like to call it. And then I'll be returning to my body. My body! You really, especially in the spirit world, you really get a sense for, like, the emptiness and loneliness, in this game. It's very sad. It's also interesting. Oh, that might just be the shadows.
Okay. Now where did she go?
This way.
Huh. What is that?
Moths. I actually like moths. They're very pretty. They're also very sad, if you think about it.
Okay. Not getting through here.
Because once they hit maturity and become a moth, their entire purpose, they've got about 6 days left to reproduce, and then they die because they have no mouth.
Holy shit. I didn't even know I could do that.
A woman of many talents, no? Okay, got an odd key. I think that's all I needed from this room. So definitely not pretty moths, though, I'll say that. Hello. I don't remember this. Okay, yes I do. Oh, what's it look like on the... What was I looking for in here?
Yes. I'm working on it. Yes, I know. Yes. I understand. Just give me some time. A few days. You'll get what you want.
Ooh, ominous.
That voice.
You know, I kind of wish I had a
I don't know
standing
why,
desk.
but
I noticed a lot of
gives me
streamers are getting
shivers.
those, and I think it would help a lot with my back problems. I woke up this morning and I couldn't really bend forward because my lower back into, I think my sciatic nerve was so tight and pinched. Oh, I forgot about that.
What's that?
And yesterday I had such a crick in my neck that I was having to, like, really mash on the muscles to try and get them to,
This room.
you know,
It feels
soften.
cold. Memories of grief. Loneliness.
Right, I forgot I have to wait for her to stop talking.
The spark's too weak to absorb. It's like it's missing something.
Oh, I remember.
An old prescription. I know these drugs all too well.
I can never remember day, month format. June 14th, 1971. Name, Ursula Anna. Surname, Rotowski. Rotowski. Age, 41. Weight, 53 kilograms. Date of birth, May 24th, 1930. Prescription, pipefezine, and buspirone. Case history. Ursula Rotowski, diagnosed with depression, hysteria, insomnia, and malnutrition. Treated with electroshock. Refill 6 times. This is something I mentioned on my previous recording that I would still like to address now.
Some objects soak up moments from the past. Just squeeze on the right spot and let it pour out.
Ah, sunflower, weary of time.
Don't worry, I haven't lost my train of
For
thought.
my favorite nurse.
Oh, Mr. Tarkovsky, you shouldn't have.
Please, it's the least I can do for all the good work you do around here.
An actual happy memory. So there's more to this place than just doom and gloom.
Making sure my computer's not overheating already. I also vacuumed it out. It was full of dust. So what I was saying about hysteria and why I made a face there is hysteria, if you notice hysteria, hysterectomy, things of that nature, all have that common root of hyster, which is in reference to the uterus. Hysteria, it is still a legitimate term, such as in reference to mass hysteria.
This is falling apart.
And things of that nature.
Looks like I'm in for another dive.
But in its original inception as a diagnosis,
God, I hate this.
it was essentially, if a man found that his wife, daughter, whatever, was too independent, too mouthy, too needy, really anything that he didn't like, or her family didn't like. It didn't necessarily have to be a man. A woman could do that all the same. He would have her committed to an asylum for hysteria. And asylums then were basically, I'm going to pause this because I have a limited time in a dive. Asylums then were glorified torture prisons. You had electroshock therapy, you had solitary confinement, you had hydrotherapy, which is still a thing nowadays, except their idea of hydrotherapy was to have you sit in like ice water for a really long time or to just scald you. And yeah, so the history behind diagnosing somebody with hysteria is not a vibe. You know, it's funny, I know what's about to happen on this. And it still scares me. I really don't like it. God! Okay, I didn't... That face didn't show up last time. It just made the noise. I like it! It's funny, I'm actually doing this in a different order from before. I've missed something.
This thing isn't a razor. It's guilt, shame, regret.
Pretty sparse, so I'm gonna go back to my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disturbingly satisfying.
Yeah. Oh, and I see that my, spiritual energy doesn't carry over from previous dives, it looks like. There's that sunflower.
This could be useful. The light of a memory strong enough to defy this place.
I definitely missed
Do you want me
something.
to read you another one, darling? Oh, look at this mess. Don't worry, I'll clean you up in no time. I'm here for you, my love.
This man, Tarkovsky, he ended up as her patient?
Oh, I gotta find. You find her pills and a note from him breaking up with her. But I missed that room this time. So I'm gonna do a little bit of backtracking and maybe it's just in here. Yeah, it's just in here. I thought. Ooh.
You... I know you're there. Wish I had the strength to cut you out. You don't deserve to exist. You're nothing!
There have been times when I thought about ending it all. But I was too afraid that a part of me would go on, trapped on the other side. Forever.
Damn. I didn't pick that one up last time. I'm gonna see if I can find the other one. And that's actually an interesting bit of information. Yeah, come at me, Ursula. When I initially was finding these people's memories, I think I need to go through here to find her prescription. There it is.
Idiot! Useless old hag! Why would he care any more than the others?
It's more than grief. More than despair. This letter crushed her spirit.
Oops. Go back. Go back. There was more. Dear Ursula, you're probably wondering why I would write this letter instead of expressing myself directly. The reason I'm afraid is painfully simple. I'm writing this because I'm a coward. Because I couldn't bring myself to look you in the eye and say what is meant to be said. What must be said. Because the mere thought of breaking the heart of someone so delicate, so fragile, is simply more than I can bear. Ursula, my dearest Ursula, these past few months have brought joy to my heart. To know you are there for me, to feel our friendship blossom. And yet that's all it can be. Friendship. Close. Pure. True. But never more. Please try to understand. Being this close, this exposed to someone has never been easy for me. Life and its struggles have left me changed. Damaged in ways you couldn't possibly comprehend. You deserve someone to hold you, to share life's joys and sorrows with you, and how I wish I could be that person, but I'm not. Words cannot express my regret, as I know deep in my heart this marks the end of our friendship. Please forgive me. Forever your friend, RT. So I'm actually kind of glad I had to backtrack, because now I actually have the full picture of what happened between these two. This man, he had a soft spot for this nurse that was working at Niwa Resort. Not sure why a nurse is at a resort, but, you know, we'll go with it. His own tragedies, his own trauma, and all of that was too much for him to bear and continue having a healthy relationship, and so he ended the relationship with her.
Now it's strong enough.
She had her own mental health struggles and difficulties, and it broke her heart, it broke her spirit, and he couldn't live with that, combined with everything else that had happened in his life. And so he tried to take his own life, and it didn't work, and Ursula ended up as his caretaker, to live out his days. And I am very interested to see if, because the way she talks to him is very, it's very unnerving, it's very eerie, it's very, I don't like that. So I'm curious to see if I'm going to learn more about them. I hadn't gotten very far past this point when I crashed. Oh good, I can run while I'm shielding.
Like moths to a flame.
To a spiritual flame. I don't know why I went Scottish there. Don't worry about it. I have to keep an eye on my recording time while I'm playing this. One of the times that I was recording, I dead ass did not even notice a full 45 minutes go by. I thought it had been maybe 20 minutes. This game is so immersive and fascinating, and it touches on so many things that I'm personally interested in. As I've mentioned in previous recordings on various different videos, mental health, grief, and things like that are very important subjects to me, as they are with my editor. It's one of the reasons why we work so well together, is because we have that reverence for the subject. And this game does a very good job of portraying horror and disturbing ambience and just generally very unnerving things, but they do so very respectfully. I haven't really yet seen anything that was like, you guys really shouldn't have done that. This is new to me, I think. And there's also nothing here? I guess sometimes that's just the case. I want to know what those symbols mean, though. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I'm supposed to go the other way down the hallway, but I have a curiosity. It's also interesting to note that this game is reasonably non-linear, because I'm doing things differently this time. Okay, we've been in here. That's right, I think I had the flesh barrier in the way. And that's why I had to go around. Yep. Satisfaction, here I come. Maybe. Okay, yeah. Yeah! Yeah! I know what I'm doing. And slurp. It is a little disturbing that I'm using the spiritual echo of a razor blade that somebody attempted to end their own life with in order to open these walls. I feel like there's some serious symbolism in that. Reclaiming history. Fire erupts in the sky. Explosions echo across the wilderness. Sparks rain down on the ruins of Port Pulaski, a once impenetrable fortress that saw some of the most intense fighting during the 1945 offensive against Hitler's forces. This time, however, it was not bombs or mortar fire that lit up the night sky, but a spectacular display of fireworks that marked the grand opening of the Niwa Workers' Resort. The event was attended by the leaders of the party, including the first secretary, who had this to say during the gala. Let this site of victorious struggle against the forces of evil become a place of respite for the working people of the Republic in times of peace and prosperity. Liberated in January 1945 by the heroic Red Army, the historical landmark is currently undergoing renovations and will soon be open to the public at large. The Niwa Workers Resort will welcome its first guest by the end of June. And as a reminder, this story takes place in 1999. So, I ought to brush up on my history a little bit, but...
Manager, huh?
Marianne!
Oh, Sadness. We gotta stop meeting like this.
I told you to follow me!
Take it easy, Sad. This place is huge. It's easy to get lost.
Just stick with me.
Okay. I'll stick like a tick.
You're funny.
Yeah, I'm not that good with kids.
This Thomas Rekovich.
What?
Oh, right.
She can't see it because she only exists on the spiritual
You
realm, and
said
that's the
you
only place.
remembered
The physical
someone
realm is the only
named
place the
Thomas.
placard exists.
Was it Thomas Rekovich? Was he the manager here?
I like how she talks with her hands like I do.
I guess.
You think he stuck around?
I'm not sure. There was an old man here. Very recently. I think. Oh.
And you think it was Thomas?
Oh, I don't know. Old men all look the same, all wrinkly and all blah.
Hey, that's not very nice. Well,
The
still around. I've got an
the
infestation.
roller coaster that this
Marianne!
girl
I
does
feel.
is
I don't
unnerving.
think we should be here.
It's okay, Sadness. Look, there's no one.
And she's
Here.
gone.
Sadness?
It's almost complete. The main building turned out better than expected. Now it's just a matter of finishing up the less obvious parts of the resort. God damn, this place is perfect. It's remote, peaceful, hidden away from prying eyes. Talk about hiding in plain sight. Took some doing to convince them to let us stay. Luckily, I can be quite persuasive when I need to. Oh, yeah, I think I finally got it. I'll call it Niwa, or Niva.
Old invoices. Outdated documents. Wonder why someone put them out here.
Alright, so just in case the crash is actually occurring due to an in-game thing, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the recording here to make sure that I don't have to go back and redo a lot of work in the event that it crashes. So, thank you so much everybody for watching. I'm really, really invested in this game. I may actually end up finishing it before I head back to Resident Evil, which is fine, you know. It's a good, Resident Evil's good, it's just, it's harder, and it's frustrating. Yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, you know, likes, subscribes, shares, all of that helps my YouTube channel grow, and I will see you in the next recording. Have a good morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is right now for you.